Hi children, hope you all are doing well. Children, in the previous class we have discussed or we have started a new poem from the First Flight textbook. The title of the poem was Amanda. We have discussed four stanzas in the previous class, and in which we said that the speaker of the poem is Amanda's mother. When Amanda's mother tries to advise her, or when she tries to advise Amanda, her daughter, Amanda does not listen to the advice of her mother. She is very rebellious, so she is very silent, or she is very calm and quiet when her mother tries to advise her, or when her mother talks to her. She does not like the advice of her mother. She wants to live a free life. She wants to be alone. And her thoughts have been discussed in the previous class. So today we are moving to the fifth stanza. The stanza starts like this from the first line. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? So, here in the fifth stanza, her mother speaks to her daughter that do not eat that chocolate, Amanda. I have told you many times that do not eat chocolate or do not eat sweet. Do not eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne. What is the word acne? A-C-N-E. Acne. Acne means pimples. Okay, so remember your acne, Amandas. If you eat chocolates or if you eat chocolates, or if you eat sweets, it will cause pimples on your face. Don't you remember your pimples? Don't you remember your acne on your face? Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Will you please look at me? Actually, I am talking to you. When I talk to you, please listen to me. You will not listen to me. Whenever I talk to you, you will not listen me. So will you please look at me when I am speaking to you? Here it means that do not behave indifferent. Do not behave indifferent. Indifferent here means without any emotions. Actually, you behave without any emotion. You are not listening to the advice which I am giving to you. So will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? So here, like the previous stanzas, her mother is trying to give such and such advices to her daughter. So do not eat sweets or do not eat chocolates because it may cause pimples on your face. So I have already told you many times that do not eat these kinds of things, but you will not listen. In this line, poet makes it clear that Amanda is not listening at all to her mother. Actually, her mother is saying that she should listen to the advice. So, I am Rapunzel, I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. I am Rapunzel. What does the word Rapunzel here means? Actually, Rapunzel is a German fairy tale. Actually, Rapunzel is a German fairy tale. The central character is Rapunzel. Actually, she is a girl, and she was captivated by a witch. She was captivated by a witch in that fairy tale. It's a fairy tale. Rapunzel is the central character of that fairy tale. So, I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. It says that she wants to live alone. I have not a care means she wants to live a free life. She wants to live alone, and life in a tower is tranquil. Tranquil. Tranquil means peaceful. So, life in a tower. I want to live a free life. I want to live alone. So, when I live in a tower like Rapunzel lived, Rapunzel has lived in a tower. So I am like Rapunzel, and I want to live a free life. I want to live alone in a tower. So she says that, or her mind, she does not say, but she thinks. She thinks that life in a tower is tranquil. So life in a tower is will be very peaceful and rare. It will be a different thing. It will give a different experience. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Actually, Rapunzel has been captivated by the witch because she has done this foolish thing that she let her bright hair. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. So here in this stanza, she says that, or when she hears her mother's advice, like in the previous stanzas, she thinks that I will be like a Rapunzel who lived a very calm and quiet life, very silent life in a tower. So life in, and she also said that she also thinks that life in a tower will be very peaceful and rare. It will give a different experience. She is fed up with her mother. She is fed up with her mother, and she wants to live a tranquil, a peaceful life. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So here in the last stanza, when we look at the last stanza, or when we discuss the last stanza, stop that sulking at once. Why are you upset? Why do you become upset when I am talking to you? Stop that sulking at once. Here the word sulking means to be upset. Why do you get irritated when I am talking to you? Why do you behave indifferently when I am talking to you, when I am communicating with you, when I am advising you? So stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Actually, you are so moody. You are, whenever I am talking to you, that you will not respond, you will not listen to me, and you are a lazy person. Anyone would think that I nagged at you. If anyone hears this advice, they will surely think that I am scolding you or I am pestering you. Anyone would think that I nagged, N-A-G-G-E-D, nagged means scolded. Okay, scolded at you, Amanda. So anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So if anyone hears my advice, if anyone hears my words or my conversation, our conversation, they will definitely think that, they will surely think that I am scolding you, I am pestering you, I am irritating you. What moral lesson will you get from this poem? Our parents scold us to become better human beings. Actually, they are rectifying our mistakes. Actually, if we commit any mistakes, they are trying to correct. They want you to become a better human beings. That's why they are scolding you. That's why they are pestering you. Actually, they are not pestering you. They are not scolding you. They are trying to make you a better human beings. And uh, when when they advise you, don't feel that they are pestering you or they are scolding you. They are advising you for a good reason, for a noble cause, for making you a better person, for making you better human beings. And you should take that advice positively and very seriously also, and then only you will become a good person. So our greatest strength is our family, and our greatest strength is our parents. And so you must take their words positively. You must take your parents advice very positively. Then only you can achieve a good life. Then only you can become a good person. Then only you can become a better human being. So this is the moral lesson of that poem, children. So we have finished the poem Amanda. Hope you all would have understood what we have discussed here today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, children. Have a great day. Thank you.